Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I have thrown together a bit of a perfume calendar, if you will. So basically I've paired every month out of the year with a specific fragrance. There are certain months that just absolutely scream a certain scent to me, like this is November. And then there are other months where such a specific scent doesn't come to mind, but I have a perfume that definitely fits that time of year, and it's a scent that I wear often during that month. So starting naturally with January, I pulled Mon Guerlain the Intense, and this is the version of Mon Guerlain that I reach for when we hit those cooler and colder months. This is a bit sweeter than the original Mon Guerlain, and it's also a bit lighter on the lavender, so if you wanted something just a little bit softer in the aromatic department, but you still enjoyed the original Mon Guerlain, go for this. Lavender is still very much so a hero note in this blend, but this has an amplified vanilla, so it's sweeter, a little bit creamier, and it truly is one of my most comforting, cozy fragrances I own. It is comfort in a bottle to me, and it just feels very familiar and like such an easy reach profile for me. It's something I go back to over and over. I've had this DNA in my collection for years. No matter the occasion or where I'm going, Mon Guerlain is dependable. One of my favorite lavender vanilla combos. It also has a prominent iris, so it's powdery. It's a very elegant perfume. Like, this smells like a woman in a bottle. It has this sophisticated grown base of patchouli, there's sandalwood, benzoin, so there's that warmth coming through, a little pop of licorice in there, coumarin also to amplify the sweetness alongside the vanilla. I think it's an absolutely timeless scent, and it's definitely one of my most complimented profiles that I own. Performance-wise, really impressive. I get all day wear from this with a really nice moderate projection. On to February, we have the month of love, Valentine's Day. I think this is a fitting choice, A Witch's Valentine from Sorce. And this is, I think, a perfect rose gourmand. Truly like half and half experience, so it's not too like dominantly in your face like floral explosion, and it's also not like just sweet candy-like. You really get the best of both worlds with this one. Just like the bottle, it screams pink. It's very flirty, but also sensual. There's suede listed in here. I can't detect suede, but I think because of this subtle inclusion in the mix, it just delivers a level of sophistication to the scent, and also, you know, the beautiful rose blend. I believe they actually have a number of different rose notes included in here. Let me fact check. Yeah, the website mentions a trio of rose absolutes from Morocco, Turkey, and Bulgaria. So it is rose basically dipped and covered in sugary sweets. This has a prominent raspberry puree, which gives it a delightful jamminess. There's marshmallow in here, and I can absolutely smell and pick up on that marshmallow. There's a fluffiness to the scent. You get a little bit of like that powdery outer coating, and the white chocolate provides a bit of a smooth creaminess. I find it incredibly addicting, and I can see people enjoying this scent even if you don't typically gravitate towards rose perfumes. And I get all day wear with a moderate projection. On to the month of March. This month always makes me think of the color green, so I thought it only fitting to pull for a green scent, and one of my ultimate favorites, Eau Duelle from Diptyque. As you can see, it is very, very loved. This I call my forest fairy perfume. There are a few fragrances in my collection that just really give me fairy vibes. This is one of them, but a fairy, you know, as I said, that lives in the forest. She lives in the woods. It's loaded with juniper trees, and you're also getting the smell of sap and resin, but it's a special sweet vanilla-like sap. You get fresh spiciness from pink pepper, cardamom, there's a libinum. If you like an earthy, chic scent, this is really something to try if you haven't yet. And the vanilla is beautifully done in here. I don't get any like sugary gourmand like vanilla whatsoever. It really just smooths over these green and aromatic properties, and it just feels magical to me. So if you like outdoorsy scents but you want something clean and with a gentle sweetness, Eau Duelle. And I get about 4 hours with a soft projection. Speaking of fairy-like perfumes, I've got another one. Rolling into spring, we have the month of April, and April always makes me think of dewy florals. Like, that is what I want to wear. That is what I reach for. So here we have Meliora from Parfums de Marly. This is a very clean, crisp, dewy floral. It has a level of soapiness to it, like it could be a really luxurious high-end shampoo. It really has a sparkling effect, like a champagne bubbling kind of quality. I picture a fairy going out into her garden in the very early hours of the morning where everything is covered in dew. All of the plant life, the greenery, the flowers. She's going to pick some berries for her breakfast. The berry notes in this scent have a tartness to them, so it doesn't smell sweet to me or not fully ripe. They've still got a bit of crunch to them. And I smell sheer white florals from this. So I get jasmine and I picture white roses. Clean, musky, added brightness from a little bit of lemon, and it's dewy and green. Not so green that I think it would, throw people off if you don't typically go for that profile. I think this is a very chic, clean, easy to like fragrance. It's very elegant. Could be a signature scent, bridal fragrance, and I like that it feels so fresh. It can never get too much for me. And I get about 6 hours with a moderate projection. For May, I pulled Ellis Musk K. In terms of a simple, easy, clean scent, this is my favorite, easily. Simple composition, but very addictive and attractive. This falls in line with the Room 1015 Sonic Flower Glossier U DNA. In my opinion, this is the best in its category. This just has the it factor that I was missing from the others. It smells higher quality to me, more well-rounded, and also has the best performance out of the three. This is powdery, dry, orris root, cedar, clean, crisp musk, fresh spiciness from pink pepper. When you go around wearing this, it doesn't smell like you're wearing perfume. It smells like you just stepped out of the shower and you have the most amazing smelling body wash. Squeaky clean, and I think just has this very sensual undertone. One of the best your skin but better type scents, and I get about 8 hours with a moderate projection. Going into June, La Mar by House of Bois. This is a quintessential summer perfume for me. Summer 2025, this has been the scent of the summer for me. It is white floral dominant. It has tuberose, gardenia, and jasmine. It's creamy from the white florals, but then it also has creaminess from coconut. There's almond milk, and then there's a seawater accord, which usually will rub me the wrong way in fragrances, but this is a very clean seawater, and it literally transports you to the beach. This was one of my most reached for scents this latest trip that Eric and I took to Kauai, and it was just perfect. It's a very romantic scent. This definitely has a bit of a sunscreen vibe to it, which makes it scream summer, but in the most luxurious way. All of these ingredients smell super natural and high quality. It's fresh, a little bit spicy from ginger and pink pepper, a lot of very special scent memories attached to this one, and I get about 4 hours with a softer projection. Another quintessential summer scent for July, Miami Nectar from Ellis, Brooklyn. This is a really solid coconut pineapple fragrance, and this doesn't smell like a true pina colada type scent to me, because it's not as sweet as a pina colada and it's not as creamy, because this has coconut water, so it's a bit chilled, it's refreshing, not this like dense creamy scent. The pineapple in here smells very ripe and juicy. There's some added sweetness from the vanilla coming in. It's got a warm tropical frangipani. There's palm leaf, driftwood. Like, you are completely transported to a tropical destination. I like just the touch of driftwood and moss that it has in the base. It keeps it smelling like a fragrance as opposed to something like purely coconut pineapple gourmand. It's fun. Immediately puts me in a good mood. It has sweetness, but it's refreshing, and I get about 5 hours with a moderate projection. For August, if you do enjoy a creamy coconut, Ylang Ylang Gold by Micallef. This is still my favorite Ylang Ylang fragrance. It has been for years. I think it is just the most luxurious, smooth, ethereal execution. I think this smells like an absolute ray of sunshine or a sun goddess. It's quite truly heavenly to me. Very feminine, so elegant. Like, everything in here smells soft and delicate. The sandalwood, how that is done, also very smooth and creamy. The combination of the vanilla and the ylang ylang is creating this banana pudding like smell, not going 100% gourmand. I would categorize this as a floral gourmand. So you get this addictive, delightful sweetness, but it absolutely retains this elegance. This one's really special to me. And although it is coconut and tropical floral, it's not just another summer perfume in that category. It really stands out to me. And I get about 6 hours with a moderate projection. Moving into fall, the month of September, Minuit Demi from Fragrance du Bois. This perfume is really fall in a bottle. It has everything I want note-wise out of a fall perfume. Like, all the profiles that I gravitate towards, it checks off the list of gourmand, warm, spicy, woody. It's boozy, it's cool, it's comforting. This has me ready for sweater weather, coffee on a cool, chilly day, buried in blankets, watching a good show, or going out. I wear this going out for date night all the time as well. This is my perfect version of a coffee gourmand. I'm really picky and I don't like a pronounced coffee note in my fragrances because I don't want to smell like full on like the beverage. This has just the right amount. You can pick it up, it's noticeable, but it's not overload, and it's balanced perfectly with all these other notes. You get inviting sweetness from vanilla and caramel, but it's not too sweet. A bit spicy from cardamom and pimento, and in the base it has smooth woods and a booziness. I think this is a very easy to like, beginner friendly niche fragrance. Nothing in here feels too heavy or challenging. It's just delicious and cozy. And the moment I smelled this, I purchased a sample first when it first released. I knew immediately I had to get a bottle of this. Truly amazing for fall. And I get about 7 hours with a moderate projection. For October, I've mentioned this a few times, but Iris Cartagena from Bon Parfumer gives me spooky season, and very clearly October. This is quite a unique fragrance. There's a lot going on, but overall I would classify it as an earthy gourmand. It has pops of green, petitgrain, papyrus, a smooth rum booze. The gourmand coming in like a dusting of cocoa powder, buttery, creamy, warm vanilla. There's tonka bean. Coffee is also mentioned. I get like a tinge of this bitter earthiness from that note. Not a coffee beverage type quality. An earthy iris and a blend of woods. It's got a beautiful depth. I picture October where the trees are colors of red, orange, and yellow. There's also a lot of fallen leaves on the ground. They're crunchy, and like kids in their excitement with trick-or-treating, they've dropped some chocolates on the pavement, and then they're like running over them, and then the smell of like the chocolate mixes in with, you know, the earthiness, the leaves, the twigs on the ground, and I get all day wear with a moderate projection. Then I have Frassai Teisenddu, and this really makes me think of November, holiday season. I have this specific scene that comes to mind when I smell this. I picture like this huge, really grand, fancy cabin in the woods. It's surrounded by juniper trees and everything is covered in snow. Inside the cabin is a big leather couch. We have big leather chairs. And from the kitchen, you're smelling this sweetened, spiced bread, like a nutmeg brown sugar bread of some sort. There's a dried orange garland hanging near the fireplace, and then you're having a little bit of rum. That is Teisenddu to me. All of those notes are mentioned in here. The leather, the juniper, the bitter orange, nutmeg, brown sugar, rum, and they perfectly come together to create this scene for me. Perfect for holiday season. And I get about 8 hours with a moderate projection. And then for December, decadent gourmands come to mind. It's Christmas, so I pulled for Dulce Diablo from Narcotica. This is a fantastic, rich chocolate scent that is warm, it's enveloping, it has this really smooth, luxurious, boozy quality. It's got cognac, rum, and then a bright, sweet fruitiness from apricot. I really thought it wouldn't be for me, but I was pleasantly surprised, and it was love at first sniff. It is a true gourmand, but the blend and execution is really refined. It's also got vanilla, tonka bean, a bit of honey, not too much honey. It's not this like cloying thick honey note, but it adds a warm silkiness. Ultimately, what makes this feel wearable to me, although it is this rich gourmand, are those boozy qualities and the sandalwood in here. It anchors the scent and gives it some complexity. Let me tell you, this thing gets you noticed. It turns heads, it cuts through the cold, it'll keep you warm and smelling irresistible. All day wear with a strong projection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to submit your answers down in the comments below. If you have a perfume that really makes you think of a certain time of year, drop it below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so, so much. I hope you guys are having a great day and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.